Hi, welcome to lessonswithtroy.com. I'm Troy Brenningmeyer. Well, this week we're covering the Delta Blues, and we're in the key of G in open G tuning. So GBD, GBD tuning, your standard reso tuning there. And the way that I'm going to approach this lesson is we're going to learn what I played in the sample there. And I've got that broken up into two different parts. The first part is this slower blues part. Right? And then in part two, we shift to a double time feel. So we're going to learn all these licks, all these turnarounds, and hopefully you'll have some new tricks in your bag there. So let's go ahead and get started with this and print out your tab. We're going to go over part one first, and then there will be a separate video for part two. So you don't have to do a lot of fast forwarding to get to part two. You can just put on that video. So here's part one. If you're ready, let's go ahead and get going. Okay, so we're just going to go phrase by phrase here. Now this is going to be your tab for part number one, and we're going to work with measures 1 and 2 here at the beginning. So it's this slow triplet part. Okay, so in measure 1 here, we've got this triplet. Now what you want to do here is at the beginning of each triplet, you're going to be playing your 6th string. So you're adding that bass in there. Now remember, this is the blues and it's the Delta blues, so you can dirty it up as much as you want, you know. That's why I like a lot of the slides, and even though you hear a lot of that scratchy sound, you know, when I'm playing, I think it kind of adds to the flavor of that style. So all you're doing there, just sliding up to your 12th fret there, and I'm on my 6th string and my 2nd and my 1st string. And at each beat, I'm playing my bass with the triplet. So triplet, triplet, triplet. And you can play that as slow or as fast as you want. So there's that. So you're going to do 4 of those, 4 sets of triplets, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you're having trouble figuring out whether you're in tune or not, you can use this open 1st string and your 12th fret 4th string to test your tuning. Now if you wanted to, you could slide up on each triplet. Okay, so there's measure 1, and then in measure 2, what we've got is, we've got this lick. Now what you're doing there is you're on your 4th string and your 2nd string, and you're sliding from fret 11 to 12. And then you're going to pick your 1st string there with your middle finger, just like that. And then you're going to slide up from 11 to 12 on your 4th and 2nd string twice. Then you're going to play 12th fret on your 4th and 3rd string, and then 12th fret on your 6th string, and then you're going to be on your 12th fret 4th string and 3rd string, and you can just kind of slide that down. You might hear me do that sometimes, and sometimes I use my thumb, and maybe I get, you know, more than just 2 strings with that. So if you use your thumb there at that last slide, that, you know, you don't think it's any sort of exact rule there when you do something like that. You can just hit as many strings as you want. Or you can just play, you know, those 2, 4th string and 3rd string, with your index and middle finger on your right hand. So when we put those 2 measures together, they sound like this. This is measures 1 and 2. Okay, and then basically in measure 3, you're going to repeat what you just played in measure 1, right? And then in measure 4, we've got this. And those are quarter note triplets. to that part. We'll cover that in just a second. But measure 4 real quick. It's real similar to what you played in measure 2, but I've got it not going to this first string, and I just have it. Oop. So once again, you're sliding from 11 to 12, or a roundabout there on your 4th and 2nd string. And I got those as quarter note triplets. Sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just like that. So that's half the measure. And then basically you're going to walk that down on your 5th and 3rd string. And you're going to walk that down to an F chord. And you can slide into that F chord. That's measure 5 there. Okay, so let's go ahead and cover that when you go to the F chord. So, but let me play one more time so far, and I'll play it kind of slow. You can see what I'm doing with my right hand, my left hand. It's going to be measures, let's play 1 through 4 here. 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, so let's go ahead and cover the rest of the tune, at least the part 1 of it.